Hello again, guys, and welcome once again to Rage Against the Dice. Today we are talking about the eagerly awaited Warhammer 40,000 8th edition, which gets released this Saturday. This is 1,000 points using the new indexes worth of Space Wolves. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, they're not very well painted, and you're absolutely correct, they are not. They have just been sprayed so far. They were undercoated black, and then they've been sprayed in Fang, except for the wolves, 2 of which were sprayed in Storm Vermin Fur, and 1 was sprayed in Mournfang Brown. This video is obviously just a teaser to tell you that we are going to be doing a lot more on Warhammer 40,000, moving into 8th edition, because it does look very streamlined, it does look fun, and it's something that I'm interested in playing again. I've always collected. 7th edition, I did step away from the gaming side of Warhammer 40,000 though. It just wasn't for me anymore. Too bloated. This fits a lot better with the Age of Sigmar style, which is the streamlining. It's very simple to learn, with lots of little tricks and tactics and synergies and such to master. We will be doing an unboxing video showing off the Primaris Marines, most specifically, and doing a couple of look-ats at the rules and things like that, maybe even some how-tos. But for now, as I said, I just wanted to show you really what 1,000 points worth of Space Wolves now looks like. It does look like slightly bigger pointed games will be played. Here we have 2 units of 10 Blood Claws, each of which has a drop pod. Now, the drop pods have become more expensive, and the reason for that, from what we can see anyway, is that you are able to, if you can get in anyway, you can assault the turn that they land. The increase in points justifies that, because they're like a one-trick pony. You're going to land them, you're going to charge out of them, and do your damage, and then for the rest of the game, they're just going to be sat there hoping stuff comes near enough to be able to shoot them. I've armed mine with Storm Bolters. That's because, I love Storm Bolters anyway, but the rapid fire, especially on the turn that they're going to land and your models are going to be assaulting, you're going to be close enough theoretically to get off, the extra shots. Other than that, I've got 1 unit of Grey Hunters. That unit has 2 special weapons in, both are plasma guns. Also, in all 3 units, the pack leader has a power fist and a plasma pistol. It's a loadout I'll probably change once I've played a few games, but it's a loadout that I tend to go for with my Space Wolves. I really like it. I'm a big fan of power fists, big fan of plasma weapons. They're even better now. So yeah, that's what I've got in each of those squads. And then I have 2 Cyber Wolves, which is a fast attack pack, which I'm going to be using to put in front of my Wolf Lord, who is currently there. That isn't the Wolf Lord I'm probably going to end up using. I do like the idea of converting myself a model that looks like Ragnar Blackmane, using the upgrade kit. The reason being that in open play you could field Ragnar Blackmane on a Thunderwolf, and I just think that would be awesome. So I'm going to most likely convert up a model that looks as similar as I can, so it'll have the wolf shoulder pad. It's obviously going to have that top knot with the plait, the backpack with the wolf's heads on. I want to keep it looking as close to the original as I can, except he'll be on a Thunderwolf. So in open play games, I can use him as Ragnar on a Thunderwolf. In any other games, I can use him as a Wolf Lord armed with a Frost Blade and a Boulder. Not an exciting loadout, but it works well enough. The Thunderwolves themselves are pretty boss. And then finally, to get off that digression tangent, I just have a Battle Wolf there, and he's armed with a Stone Boulder and a Frost Axe. So that's what we've got so far. As you can see, you would have usually had a lot more models in 1,000 points. In 7th edition, the drop pods being about 70 points more expensive now. I think off the top of my head, obviously our indexes haven't come yet, because it's released on Saturday, and as you know, we're just gamers. We don't own a shop. We don't have any access to stuff early. We're going to pick ours up on release day. which is when we're going to do some videos and some look-ats of things. So yeah, in terms of what you get, it's not massive. I am going to add the Primaris Marines to these as well, of which it will be 3 sets worth. So you're looking, at 15 of the Primaris. So the equivalent of the tactical squads. 3 units of 3 of the jump pack style squads. And then the Hellblasters. Yeah, so they're all armed with the plasma rifles. They'll all get added in as well. I do apologise that I forgot the name of all the Primaris stuff. As I said, hasn't been released yet. I know a lot of you have been following the rules and stuff online. We've tried to actively stay away from it because we've seen the positivity, but we've also seen the negativity. So most of the 40k pages that we follow on Facebook, etc., I've specifically turned the notifications off. After the first few days, I stopped reading the rules and stuff because I want to get the book and I want to sit down and enjoy the book and not feel like, I've read that rule, I've already read that rule. So I want to read it cover to cover on Saturday when I get it. But yes, so that's what you're looking at in 1,000 points as a first draft. Obviously, things will change. Things will get moved around. I'm looking to play a few games in the next couple of days. We'll definitely get some photos up on Instagram. So if you follow us on Instagram, you can see those. And then once we have them fully painted, we will start to film battle reports with them then. With Warhammer and 40k, Age of Sigmar, etc., Games Workshop products in general, more so than any other game, I don't like playing with them unpainted, or I don't like playing with them in base coated states when it's things like The Walking Dead or the Marvel game and stuff. Even so much as like Rumbleslam and things like that, I'm not as bothered. Maybe it's because it's not indoctrined into me as much like it is with Warhammer and 40k and things, because I haven't been playing since I was about 11. So it's always there in my head, and certainly when I worked for Games Workshop, it was something that I didn't like seeing people play with. Definitely not grey plastic and metal. I at least like to see some colour going on the models, which is what we've tried to do here. Next thing we'll do is get some washes up. Certainly we are going to show you some bits and pieces, sort of stage by stage, of what's going on with them. The reason I haven't done anything with the bases yet is because I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. I like the idea of doing cracked earth with the snow on top, so I could maybe do cracked earth with all like lava and bits running between the cracks, so like a red sort of fiery thing, and then the snow on top. I like the idea of that, but I'm not sure how practical it's going to be. As things stand, that's what they are. I'm going to leave you guys with that, but certainly subscribe, follow, click the little bell button so you'll hear more information, and definitely in the upcoming months start looking out for more 40k. Age of Sigmar Skirmish, we're definitely going to run some campaigns and things on that. The Shadespire 6 games in a row, follow the progress, that's sort of screaming out for YouTube. So we're definitely going to run a bit more on that. We're definitely going to look at the Skirmish book in general, give you guys some pluses, some minuses of it so you can see what it's about. But yeah, so as always, pray to the dice gods, hope they smile upon you, and wish my Space Wolves luck. Unless you're a Thousand Suns player, and then you're probably wishing that they burn 1,000 fiery deaths. And that's fair enough. So yeah, take care guys, bye.